The monkeypox. Where are we going? With the end of the European Renaissance and the start of the Age of Enlightenment, it was announced in the West that religion no longer dominates life, and it took a little while till the gates of hell were wide opened. Illusions of absolute freedom spread. Man became the focus and reference of the universe. And the matter got worse with the arrival of nihilistic philosophies and the predominance of absolute liberalism from all restrictions. And gradually, this view dominated the various spheres of life, and it became the norm. The human suffering increased, and the pain of humanity deepened. But his people's only response was to say, "Expel Lot's followers from your land. They are a people who wish to remain chaste." When you read this verse in the Quran, an urgent question comes to your mind. And when was purity a sin that required punishment, or a disease that necessitates the isolation of its family? But it is the relapse of the natural disposition and the absence of reason that are behind the frenzy of lust. When souls flee from the religion that regulates life and controls instincts, and the certainty of the true God is absent from life, man defies himself, and the great goal of life becomes the pursuit of self-satisfaction, which does not have any limits. At that time, it is not possible to suffice with the natural methods to achieve this goal, and the feet slip into the depths of vice. The matter does not stop at this horrific point. Rather, that person who defied himself remains in pain when others look at him. And he sees that the solution to this is to set a new standard for good and evil, beautiful and ugly. Such standards become the new creed and accepted religion with the power of propaganda and falsification of awareness. Then, people are tested and punished according to these twisted standards. Thus, life loses its meaning, and the normal becomes abnormal, and the abnormal becomes normal. In 1981, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in the United States, CDC, discovered a number of cases of distinct lung disease in 5 men of homosexual tendencies in Los Angeles, California. The medical community at the time thought that the disease was specific to the gay community, in which different types of diseases were common. But, and unfortunately, the matter has passed them to others, and the disease has begun to spread globally. This frightening disease is the one that caused the death of so many, and the world is still trembling to this day when its name is mentioned. It is AIDS. The gay community is the most corrupt society ever, and it is a source and breeding ground for many dangerous diseases that threaten human life, happiness, and even their existence. Nevertheless, this society and the beneficiaries of its existence are pressing by various means in order for the world to submit to them and respond to their demands. Imagine that 2 males who are physiologically impossible to breed because they are of the same sex, and their abnormal relationship causes countless risks to them and others. They want to force people all over the world to acknowledge their marriage and bless them. And between the removal of religion from life on the one hand, man's self-deification, and opposing the natural disposition with which God created him on the other, human suffering continues, and people's tragedies are renewed by the emergence of diseases and epidemics that were not known for the generations before them. In accordance with the hadith of the Messenger of God, peace be upon him, immorality never appears among a people to such an extent that they commit it openly, but plagues and diseases that were never known among the predecessors will spread among them. So, when will humans wake up?